Hi guys, and welcome back to World of Tanks and another random destruction for you. A couple of steady games, first one in the Patriot and the next one in the T-54E1. So, some of you may have watched the Armoured Warfare video I put up yesterday. Most of you probably will have not, and I was just saying in that apologies again for sort of a shortage of uploads this week. I had a bit of a bad cold for a couple of days. And just thought you wouldn't want to hear me coughing and sneezing and trying to get through it. And you know, my voice went a couple of times in the Armoured Warfare video yesterday, but I'm feeling a lot better today. My voice is back to normal. So here we are with another World of Tanks video. And also I was saying that I've sort of been thinking how to move forward a little bit with my channel and with a couple of the series I've been doing. And one of the things I've thought about is for the sort of Road to Tier 10 series, is possibly doing them as streams, so you know, like once a week or something, and that way I can get back, because I know Meadow Buttercup has asked a couple of times whether I'm going to get back to the Leopard series, and I am going to get back to it. I've been meaning to, and just things have got in the way or whatever, but I think possibly do it as a stream, basically a few hours, you know, one day a week or something like that, and do it that way. So I don't know if any of you want to follow me on Twitter, because I'll post on there about streaming. Obviously I'll let everybody try and know, and I don't know if I'm going to stream to YouTube or Twitch yet. If I do it through the Xbox, I can do it straight to Twitch, and I can do that obviously with the PlayStation as well, whereas I can only stream straight to YouTube from the PlayStation. I can't do that from the Xbox, so I'm not too sure how I'm going to do it yet, but I'll sort of, you know, I'll let everybody know. But if you do follow me on Twitter, obviously I can post it on there. If you do go on Twitch when I go live, that sort of thing. But we'll sort it anyway. Back to this match. Yeah, just a nice, steady game in the Patriot. I've not played a lot of World of Tanks over the last couple of weeks, mostly because of the op. To be honest, the tank madness has been going on. I've been pottering about on it a little bit through the actual week, but I've just sort of been avoiding it at weekends with the tank madness that's been going on, because it's just been a bit, I don't know, like it sometimes gets with some of the ops. It's sometimes just get a bit of daft gameplay and people just doing stuff they wouldn't normally do, and sort of sacrificing this, that and the other, and letting teammates die and whatever, just to, you know, just to get the points, that sort of thing. So I've just been avoiding it a little bit at the weekends, really. But yeah, just a nice top tier steady game in the Patriot. Nothing too special, just sort of nice. Even if I do say so myself, sort of kind of in some respects how you should play it. Even though it's top tier, took a near miss from Artie there, trying to take down this Chinese TD. Doing a decent job. It's got APCR as standard, which obviously has benefits and you know, and drawbacks. I do remember asking about when a tank has APCR as standard, whether the penetration drops off over range as much as it does with the premium APCR, and I really can't remember what the answer was. I seem to think that it doesn't quite have the same disadvantages. Well, it does, but not quite as bad, but I can't remember. I probably got that wrong. You know, I normally get things wrong. But yeah, APCR does have its advantages and disadvantages. Obviously, I mean, when you're talking about normal APCR and whatever, which is usually premium, it basically the penetration drops off greater over range, so it sort of drops off a bit quicker. So your armoured piercing is probably still better at sort of ranges, but it does travel quicker and than armoured piercing, but it gets I think decreased normalisation, which is basically it's worse against angles. The normalisation is obviously how much the shell, for those that don't know, is how much the shell digs in before it'll either ricochet or obviously penetrate. And you know, that's for sort of against angled armour, and APCR gets decreased, if I remember rightly, against angled armour over armour piercing. There you go. But anyway, back to this. Yeah, taking a bit of damage from something down there. Took a bit of damage, I think it was from Artie possibly, and he's still coming in at me. I'm trying to get myself behind this building at an angle where Artie can't quite get a shot at me, but I don't know if I'm close enough, and just so I can still shoot across there as well. But now it's a case of trying to spot them across there. But our team, we've basically won this side of the map. We've worked up the hill. you know, got rid of everything up there and won that side of the map. One of the artists is down, the other artist is still around somewhere. But I was taking some damage from something across there. I think they were firing premium APCR. I'm pretty sure it was red tracers coming in. I don't think there was anything across there that's got its standard. Oh, took a bounce there. I suppose I really ought to be a bit more careful at the moment. But I'm kind of judging what I'm going against. Like the Type 59. I was pretty certain that he would have trouble penning my front unless he get a good aim on my my lower glacis, but the way I was moving, that didn't happen, and luckily he did bounce. And now, unfortunately, I do have a damaged gun, so some of these shots... Oh, no, that one hit him. I wasn't expecting that. Took another bounce from something. Ah, there we go, 112. Again, not too afraid of the 112 unless he starts firing some heat at me, which may have a bit of a difference. But at the moment, I don't seem to be able to pen him either. Aim a bit better. There we go. It doesn't help with the damaged gun, though. My repair kit's already gone. I don't know if I'll get another hit on him. Nope, he's done, and there is... That's it, the medium's gone as well. I was just going to say there's just the medium left, which I think was that Panther 88, but yeah, he's done. So there you go, just a nice steady game in the Patriot, just grinding out a bit of cash. Do need to grind out a bit of silver. I stuck some equipment on a couple of tanks that I've not had equipment on for a while, but started going in them again and sort of burnt through some of my cash. Not the best damage, but you know, 2800 of my own, 1700 assisted, and a Confederate. I'm quite happy with that, and top of the table as well, which is always nice. So yeah, just a nice, steady cash grinding game in the Patriot. Now, next up, T54E1 from this one's actually from a few weeks ago, and it's a tier 10 match technically, but there's only one tier 10 on each team, and it's on Live Oaks, and I was very excited to get on this. I think this was the first time I'd been on Live Oaks since it was reintroduced. So yeah, quite excited, and in fact, yeah, I think I get a bit too excited at a couple of points to make a couple of daft sort of mistakes that were sort of noobish. But I was just so happy that this map was back in. It's one of my favourites, and quite happy to get back onto it now. Something I've noticed as well, which I think is a little bit cheeky, it's like, yeah, you know, some people have bad memories, but not that bad, is that when these maps have been coming back in, like Live Oaks, Veragorsk, and Fjords was the latest one, and it comes up on the news feed at the beginning as new map Fjords, and it's like, no. It's not new. We had it before. It got taken away from us for a while, but we've definitely had it before. So I think they're just hoping that, I don't know, that most of the players that see that will be new players that have never seen it. Like, oh yeah, new map. It's like, no, old map. But it is nice that these maps, you know, these sort of, maps that got taken away are coming back. I'm trying to think what else there is. I'm kind of looking forward to coming back. Great Wall, I kind of enjoyed Great Wall. It could be a frustrating map, but it was alright. Hopefully that'll come back soon. And Dragon Ridge as well. That was... see, I didn't mind it before it got altered, and then obviously it got altered and got a lot of the elevations reduced. And yeah, it was alright, Dragon's Ridge. But yeah, maybe that'll come back. Sacred Valley. Yeah, Sacred Valley, I enjoyed that. That was better, I think, after they messed about with it, because again, that had sort of elevations reduced and what have you, and sort of the whole map leveled out slightly and changed slightly, because it was a bit, there was some one side of the map on that was a bit overpowered. Got on this ridge and you could basically oversee most of the map. So if anything was sort of spotting anywhere else on the map, you could just sort of rain down, well, basically rain down the hurt on people. From up on that ridge, so they altered that one and again made it better. So yeah, I'm hoping like things like Sacred Valley and stuff will come back as well, and it's definitely a good direction to be going in, to be bringing those maps back finally. Apparently they weren't sort of removed from game, they were just sort of taken out of rotation because there were some sort of performance issues or something. So yeah, it's nice that they're finally coming back. Now, I know that it was an encounter and obviously the cap's in the opposite corner, but still working our way around the bottom side was a good idea because the enemy have done the same. Luckily though, I don't think they've quite put as much into it as we have. Now this is the thing with the T54E1, it's that reload. Just waiting and waiting and waiting, and that's why you really can't go anywhere on your own. You're best off, I mean you're best off ideally in a platoon, or at least sticking with other tanks who can then cover you while you reload, and then you can just put that massive burst damage to good effect, hopefully. And it's the same with, you know, with a lot of the auto loaders. Not so much the lights, because you can get in, you can do your burst damage, you can get out again. But definitely in the sort of mediums and the heavies, it's wise not to sort of go anywhere alone if you can help it. Now again, we've managed to sort of win this bottom end of the map and work our way around, but the enemy team have really pushed up into cap, or towards cap, but it looks like our team had done a decent job of holding them off so far, although I think weight of numbers has possibly won out in the town. And yeah, it's now a case of we kind of need to get up there before they do all sit in cap and cap out on us. Now the reason I'm in the T54E1 here is because a few weeks ago on Twitter I did post a poll just going on about, you know, I've got loads of tier 9s that I'm grinding through towards tier 10s, and I sort of narrowed it down to 4 or 5 that I was, you know, the sort of 4 or 5 that I kind of wanted to get through the most. I thought it was about time I unlocked another tier 10. And basically said, you know, which would you guys like to see me unlock next? And the answer was the T57 Heavy. So I thought that's not too bad. I quite enjoyed the T54E1. It turns out I quite enjoyed the T54E1 when I just did the daily double in it every day. And yeah, going in it over and over and trying to grind it out towards the T57 Heavy and basically not really going in anything else apart from the odd premium to build up the cash a little bit and give it a bit of a boost. Yeah, I don't enjoy the T54E1 quite as much. And you know, it's not a bad tank. It's definitely got its nice features. 4-shot auto loader is nice. And you know, I know there's tanks that have got more, they've got sort of 6 in there, but they have a longer reload than this does. Now, my main downside with the T54E1, because it's, you know, it's relatively mobile, it's got relatively decent armour, the damage is good on the gun, and obviously you've got the 4 shots, so the burst potential's nice. It's just the pen. The pen's just a bit crap on it, to be honest. But I suppose it's got to be balanced out in some way. However, I still think that giving it a bit more pen wouldn't make it overpowered, because I'm pretty sure that some of the other auto loaders at this kind of tier do have better pen. And obviously I know they've got more shells and therefore a longer reload, but if they've got more shells then they've got a, you know, higher burst potential in the first place. So yeah, I just went for it a bit here. Yeah, probably could have done that better. But yeah, I don't know. I just think it could do with a bit of a pen buff, because it is a bit anemic. And I know it's medium and, you know, it's fairly mobile, as I said, you can get around to flank, but I don't think it'd hurt it in any way, just to give it a little bit more pen. Yeah, that's where I get a bit carried away, spinning around, and really donked that last shot because my turret hadn't caught up. But again, just a bit of a steady game, quite good fun actually. Quite enjoyed that match, and it was nice, like I say, being back on Live Oaks. So nothing too spectacular, just over 3,600 of my own damage there, and the smallest amount of assisted. But again, it was just a nice, steady match. Didn't end up with a lot of cash out of that. I don't know why. What consumables I've got on that, I can't remember. But anyway, yeah, just enjoyed it. Enjoyed being back on that map, and enjoyed being the T54E1 after a few crappy matches in it, to be fair. So there you go. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed that one. I'll be back tomorrow with the LA Noire video, if I remember to upload it this time. I completely forgot last week. But other than that, have a great weekend, and take care of that. I'll catch you next time. See you later.